There seems to be a lot going on this week for veterans, and that's all for a reason. Today we have with us Ron Tapia, Veterans Representative with the Idaho Department of Labor, and James Hughes, Director of Training and Development with Farm Bureau. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here this morning. This is the first annual event that you'll be having this week. Tell us a little bit about this.
Sure. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Idaho Farm Bureau is sponsoring the first annual Salute to Idaho Veterans.
Okay.
It's an event meant to honor those who have served our country in war and peace. The men and women of Idaho have always stood up to the call, and many of them have recently come home, and we put together an event that we'll be doing perpetually on the day before Veterans Day.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about how the event will go, when you want people to show up to be a part of this event.
Okay. At 10:30 we will have a meet and greet, an opportunity for people to move from their vehicles into the building, visit with one another, and precisely at 11 o'clock the Pocatello Veterans Honor Guard will conduct a flag ceremony. This will involve the lowering of our current flag, the raising of a new flag. A bugler will play the appropriate pieces during the lowering and raising of the flag. There will be a moment of silence where taps is played for those who have fallen. And there will be volleys over the freeway on the west side of our building. People will see 7 riflemen firing over the freeway, so hopefully it's not a distraction.
It might be, but that's wonderful.
Then we transition back into the building where we have a quintet from Idaho State University that will play the military branch hymns of all the military branches, and we will invite the veterans in attendance to stand and be recognized. Commander Richard Hollingsworth of the Veterans of Foreign Wars will give us a speech, and he's promised to be moving and inspirational with that. We will then have a luncheon that will be just a formal visit, but then we'll close it out with a slideshow. And prior to the event, we've had a number of veterans from around the state submit photographs of themselves in active duty from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and many people who never served in conflict but served our nation nonetheless. Our slideshow will be made up of their images, and a male quartet from ISU will sing a number of rousing songs. You know, those slideshows are so touching and wonderful, and kind of give us a wonderful, a perfect view of what they go through and what they're doing for us in our country, and that is so great. So I bet that will be very moving. How do you feel about being a part of this? Ron, tell us a little bit about your involvement.
I feel great. I really feel honored to be able to participate in it and work with James on that. The one thing that I want to bring to the attention is they wanted to do a prelude to Veterans Day. They wanted to recognize that they didn't want to take anything away from Veterans Day itself. They know we have a lot of traditions in Pocatello and a lot of events that are taking place. Sure. And this is something they wanted to lead up to, but they still wanted to say thank you, and this is one way I think that they did it. And they've put together a really good program, the slideshow. It really sounds like an exciting slideshow. Everything that they've been doing, they've had a really good team up there working on this to try and make sure and do the honors, to do everything with protocol, and do all of the event in a special way to honor our veterans.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. And I know it's also on our community calendar, so go to our website as well to get all the information. James, Ron, thank you so much for being here this morning.